My name is Shevani Ganesh. I'm going to be a psychiatrist, and I'll be working at both campuses, the West Burlington and the main campus. I'm originally from South America. I was there until I was 12, and then I moved to Toronto with my family. I was there for another 12 years. I went to university, the University of Toronto, where I did a double major, and then I did my medical school in Saba, which is a small Dutch island in the Caribbean. After that, I spent the last 2 years of medical school traveling around the US in different states like Kansas City, Kansas, Missouri, Cincinnati, Ohio, Florida, and finally I ended up doing my residency in psychiatry in Scranton, Pennsylvania. After that, my last year was in New York City, in Manhattan, where I did a fellowship in consult liaison psychiatry. Consult liaison psychiatry is basically when there's patients on other services such as surgery department or the internal medicine department. And those patients, when they're admitted, they also have comorbid psychiatric diseases, like they're delirious or they're agitated or they have comorbid depression. And so the hospitalists or the surgeons will ask psychiatry to come in and provide recommendations for those patients. I chose psychiatry because, there's a lot of patients with mental health illnesses that they don't choose to be exposed to trauma as a young child. Nothing in their life gives them schizophrenia. It's just something that they're born with. There's a lot of those things that we're not taught in school how to respond to. So I feel a lot of reward treating patients and advocating for those patients. The most rewarding thing for me is basically advocating for patients with mental health diseases. There's a lot of stigma associated with patients with mental health illnesses, and I feel like, as a provider in the community, we can do a lot for those patients. If I could tell the public anything about patients with mental health illnesses, is that a mental health disease like schizophrenia or bipolar disorder or depression, it's like any other illness, like a stroke or a heart attack or diabetes. It requires the same level of care. I would tell someone with mental health illness that, they're not alone, and there's always help and support. They're not going through this alone. I think that's the main point. I chose Great River Health because of the people here and just the sense of feeling that I got from speaking to people here, coming here for the site visit. Everybody was just so warm and welcoming. I've made the decision to travel across the US, and I really felt really welcomed when I came here, and I'm very excited to be here. When I'm not at work, I enjoy being outdoors. I love going to national parks. I've been to a few of them in the US, and for every birthday, I at least go to one national park. So I've been to Yellowstone and Grand Teton, Rockies, Acadia. And so I love hiking and kayaking and boating.